Hello, welcome to Joy News at 8 live from our studios here in Accra. My name is Evans Menza. Coming up in the next 60 minutes, President John Mahama outdoors Vice President Mr. Arthur as his running mate for the December polls after an overwhelming neck and dust. And thank you very much for staying with us here on Joy News at 8. In our first story, members of parliament today called for a report on value of money on all building and construction loan agreements laid before the House. Now, the issue was a result of some members contesting the explanatory report by the Deputy Minister for Water Resources, Works and Housing on the loan agreement between the Ghana and the Export Credit Bank of Turkey Incorporated and other banks for the implementation of the Akim Oda, Akwitia and Winneba water supply projects.
$55,964,703 loan agreement is to finance the construction of the water projects to be carried out in Akim Oda, Winneba and Akwitia. In his explanatory report, Deputy Minister for Water Resources, Works and Housing, Nino Tedia, stated that the project included a $50,000 two-bedroom flat to be built for staff of the project. The cost of the flats raised serious objections by some members from the minority.
A flat, 2 bedrooms, $50,000, multiplied by 2, 100,000, 1 billion Ghana cedis, OCDs. Madam Speaker, it does not gel.
Madam Speaker, we were in this house when the same executive brought the same loan for a 2-bedroom flat at 32,000. It is not even 2 years old, Madam Speaker. And in a single-digit inflation, Madam Speaker, or a single-digit error, Madam Speaker, to say, how else do we build a 6-unit classroom block in WA and have estimates and approve in this house? In approving the estimates, we as parliamentarians must have done our work.
Ranking member and MP for Old Tafo, Dr. Antonia Kutose, called for a report on the value for money on loan agreements laid before the House, of which the minority leader, Osechi Mensah Bonsu, seconded.
If it's by competitive bidding, you don't need to go for value for money. But single source loans must have a value for money audit, which is usually undertaken by Crown agents. The difficulty, madam, is that Crown agents is only agency. So all projects get delayed because they spend so much time trying to do one value for money, and that's the difficulty.
I agree with my colleague, the honourable member for Old Tafo, when he says that it will be difficult for this House to determine. The Crown agents, they are indeed agents for the executive. The executive will resort to Crown agents to do due diligence for them. If they come to this House and we are persuaded, we will agree and approve. But if there is any shred of doubt, this parliament or any parliament at all will then go outside what body that has done the due diligence for the executive, and parliament as a legislature would also engage their own consultants to go through to see whether indeed the proposal from the executive is worth considering.
You have provided that the minister could come back and show the House how much this and whether it's value for money for this amount of money. I think that is the only way for us to progress, because otherwise every report that comes, we raise value for money, we don't pass it. So let's get the loan, and we are interested in the way it's used. So I think that it hasn't been done since I came, but we will demand then if that is the will of the House.
The Deputy Majority Leader, Rashid Pelpo, acknowledged the call for the report.
I'm saying that it's important for us as MPs developing and increasing our capacity for oversight in how loans are contracted and how expenditures are made. It is a crucial point we have gotten up to, and I'm calling on the minister to take particular notice of these very weighty issues that have been have been raised here.
The loan was approved, but with the caveat to furnish the House with a report on the value for money on the project. Sitting continues tomorrow.
Now, the Ghana Medical Association is advocating the use of part of Ghana's oil revenue to support healthcare delivery in the country. Now, the association says even though some political parties have come out with their manifestos on health, it is expecting political parties to take concrete steps in funding healthcare delivery whilst addressing quality gaps in the sector.
Political parties have come out with various proposals aimed at improving healthcare delivery in the country. The free maternal care under the NHIS and the one-time premium payments are just a few. Currently, the health sector's major source of funding for health insurance scheme is through taxation, but the Ghana Medical Association is encouraging political parties to consider the option of using part of the oil revenue to bridge gaps in the sector.
That with some of the inflows from the oil sector, it should be possible to assign some money for the healthcare of the people. And whatever inflows are coming from there should be used to address the quality gaps in terms of infrastructure, in terms of personnel, and so on and so forth. And these are areas that we think that all the parties can pay some attention to.
The 12th annual lecture of the Ghana Medical Association, it was noted that Ghana is still far behind in achieving its Millennium Development Goals on health. On the MDG4, it was noted that though there has been some consistent drop in the under 5 mortality of 30%, the neonatal age group continues to experience stagnation at 350 deaths per 1,000 live births, while Ghana's maternal mortality is still high. The GMA is therefore calling for some interventions in addressing these issues.
Although we have the free maternal health care program currently running, the cost of processing blood and getting access to blood is not covered under this program. And so you will find a situation where, yes, the mothers are covered under the free maternal health care program, but because they have to incur certain additional costs, it often serves as a deterrent and a barrier to actually delivering within the health facilities. We would then like to call upon the National Blood Transfusion Service, the National Health Insurance Authority, and the Ghana Health Service to come together and decide how we can ensure that there's continuous access to blood by the mothers, especially given that postpartum hemorrhage, bleeding after delivery, is one of the major causes of maternal mortality.
Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Chamber of Communication, Kweku Sechi-Addo, in a keynote address, challenged doctors to explore opportunities in telemedicine, which some telecoms are already supporting to improve healthcare delivery in Ghana.
With the phenomenal increase in access to mobile telecommunications, these remote diagnostic consultations and treatments are increasingly possible. We must explore and use them as a major component of our long-term health delivery strategy.
Telemedicine is a rapidly developing application of clinical medicine where medical information is transferred through phone or internet.
Now, public tip-offs, police vigilance and police-public partnerships has accounted for a drop in crime rate for the third quarter of 2012. Greater Accra Regional Police Commander DCOP Patrick Timbila revealed this in an interview with Joy News after the commissioning of a refurbished cell at the Dansoman district.
Crime rate has been dwindling. We still have some pockets of car snatching and other things. Those who were snatched even last year, most of them have been nipped by arresting them from various courtesans. Went to Swedru, Asamankese, Western region and all those places to arrest some people. The last time we picked about 8 of them. We are using the informant system and we are very grateful for that. We actually are enjoying the solidarity or the partnership between us with the general public. The informants are coming. We are also doing our best to actualize our payments under the informant rewards scheme. We are doing it, they are happy and they are encouraged to do it. We hope they will do more, but we want it to be extended to all members of the public.
DCOP Patrick Timbila added there has been a paradigm shift in the way crime is handled and called on the general public to play their part in curbing the menace. To further enhance the delivery of the police in fighting crime through police-public partnerships, a philanthropist and chief executive of Movie House, David Amu Osai, has given the Dansoman District Police Cell a makeover worth 19,500 Ghana cedis.
We also believe that in doing things for people, don't just do anything because you are doing anything. Do it to the very best of your ability. So I think so, and this is what the policemen are, and they're actually amazed at the extent of what we are doing. But we keep on telling them, look, we want to do the very best. We want to set an example and set standards so that anybody who comes in want to emulate the same thing. So if I know the other companies bigger than us, if they can emulate a very simple thing we've done and even work on it and make it better, within a short time, I believe that the police will have something better to do.
Commissioning the project, DCOP Patrick Timbila commended the philanthropist Movie House for their gesture and asked for other organizations to emulate the entrepreneur.
It's not a one-way thing. There is the need for re-engineering within the police service to accept that we need to open up for the public to come and partner with us in any various ways to assist us in enhancing our performance. So policeman is skilled to you, and we hope that you live up to expectations. We are looking forward for more of such assistance.
David Amuosai promised to replicate the project across several cells in the coming year. Marian Toure, Joy News, Accra.
Election headquarters, on radio, on TV, online.